So, with a studio full of mice, I think Jack Scarper's have an early lunch. Where have you gone, Jack? Don't eat them all at once.
More of those mice in a moment. But first, if you missed Monday's programme and you don't know about our new competition, we'll be giving you all the details of how to enter and what you win a bit later on. Now, back to those mice. And people who put on shows in the theatre can afford to make stunning masks and costumes like the wild things that we had in the studio last week. But, of course, they cost thousands of pounds. But the Summerford Canes Brownies came up with a very ingenious substitute when they put on their show, The Tailor of Gloucester by Beatrix Potter. And it's these masks made of paper, and very effective they are as well. Well, I'll take the mask off and tell you about the story. The Tailor of Gloucester lived in the olden days when men wore very richly decorated coats, and here's a picture of some embroidery that Beatrix Potter drew in the book. Now, the tailor was commissioned to make a coat for the Mayor of Gloucester's wedding, and all went well until he ran out of the silken thread, or twist, that he needed. And he was even more worried when he discovered that his mischievous cat, Simpkin, hadn't come home.
The tailor sat down close over the fire, lamenting. 21 buttonholes of cherry-coloured silk, to be finished by noon of Saturday. Alack, I am undone, for I have no more twist. Little mice came out and listened carefully to what the tailor was saying. Was left when Simpkin came back with the pipkin of milk. Simpkin looked suspiciously at the teacup. He wanted his supper of little fat mouse. Simpkin, said the tailor, where is my twist? But Simpkin hid the little parcel privately behind the teapot. Simpkin, said the tailor, where is my twist? Alack, I am undone, said the Tailor of Gloucester, and went sadly to sleep, for the poor old tailor was very ill with fever, and in his dreams he mumbled, no more twist, no more twist. And still Simpkin wanted his mice, and he mewed as he stood beside the tailor's chair. From the tailor's workroom came a glow of light. There was a snippeting of scissors and a snappeting of thread. The little mice clicked their thimbles and Simpkin sniffed and mewed, but he could not get in. Suddenly, the little mice sprang to their feet and all began to shout in little twittering voices, no more twist, no more twist. Simpkin came away from the workroom. He found the poor old tailor sleeping peacefully. He went on tiptoe and took the little parcel from behind the teapot, and he felt quite ashamed of his badness compared with those good little mice. When the tailor awoke, he saw the skein of cherry-coloured twisted silk and the repentant Simpkin. With Simpkin running before him, the tailor went to his workroom. He unlocked the door, but there was no one there, not even one little brown mouse. But there, where he had left plain cuttings of silk, lay the most beautifullest coat that was ever worn by a mayor of Gloucester. Everything was finished, except just one single cherry-coloured buttonhole, and where that buttonhole was wanting, there was pinned a scrap of paper with these words in teeny-weeny writing, no more twist.
Oh, well done. I really enjoyed that. That was lovely. Especially gather round, mice. Can I have one more chorus of squeaking, please? Thank you. And from now on, don't squeak till you're spoken to. And thank you very much, especially Elizabeth. Where's Elizabeth? somewhere and unmask. Because you wrote to tell us all about it. Well done. How many times have you performed the show in front of an audience?
About 5 or 6 times.
Oh, so your old hand's at it now. These masks are a fantastic idea because they're very simple. They're beautifully made. Whose idea was that?
It was my auntie.
Did she make them all?
Yes.
Gosh, well done her. I think they're brilliant. Are you going to do any more shows?
No.
Well, I definitely think you should. I'd come and see it anyway. And thank you very much to all of you for bringing the Tailor of Gloucester to Blue Peter.
Lovely tale, beautifully performed. And as for Jack, well, he just can't wait to scamper off for a meal of monster mice. 4,000 miles away in the snowy peaks of the Himalayan mountains, Russian and Chinese scientists are looking for monsters. But it's not mice they're after, it's the abominable snowman. For hundreds of years, there have been reports of sightings of a terrifying creature on Mount Everest. The Sherpas who live in the foothills say it's a hairy, shambling monster, far bigger than a man, but no one has ever caught more than a fleeting glimpse of it. Something similar has been spotted in America, though, and a man called Roger Patterson managed to get a few film shots of it. This is his description of how he got them.
At this point, when I was able to start getting pictures, she had walked up the bank and was going on across this sandbar. Well, I ran directly, kind of a three-quarter from towards her, actually, and run across the creek. I was able to come up on the other side, and I got some fairly good pictures. The creature was massive. I would say that it was 7 to 7.5 feet tall and probably 350 to 500 pounds. It was taking an average of 43-inch stride walking, and they measured 14.5 inches long, each print.
Make of that what you will. Well, it really is a remarkable film, but it may well be a fake, who knows. But certainly the figure you saw in the film does match the description of the abominable snowman described by the Sherpas. Now, they call it a Yeti, but as yet, or as Yeti, they haven't captured a live specimen, and the existence of the Yeti has never been proved.
But there have been all sorts of clues to the mystery, and it's said that the relics of Yeti are carefully preserved in Sherpa monasteries. And when Sir Edmund Hillary came back from Everest, he brought this rather strange scalp with him, covered in goat-like hair. But its shape rather suggests that it came from a giant-sized ape. Well, someone who's making his 4th attempt to solve the mystery is William Grant from Inverness. And welcome to Blue Peter. Thanks for coming along.
Thank you.
What's your opinion of that scalp?
It was very interesting, the scalp that Sir Edmund brought back, because the scientists had no to connotate it with anything else. That means the hairs that they said on the scalp couldn't resemble anything. They said it might be an extinct pig or extinct goat, but they wouldn't say what it was.
Not a Yeti.
Not a Yeti, no. But the scalp here that we've got at Pangboshi Monastery, we hope to take this back to Britain in 1984 when this expedition ends in May. Because the hairs on this scalp has never been examined by anybody outside the monastery.
Right. Bill, why are you convinced that the Yeti exists?
Well, I've said my contention has always been that within 5 years, and you know I've been saying this for 6 years now,
Yes.
that the relic hominid known either in Russia as the Russian Yeti or in the Himalayas Yeti or the Chinese Yeti will be available for study at first hand. In the 10% of the forestation of the world that still remains unexplored.
So it has different names, in fact, does it, in different parts of the world?
Oh, yes, Russian, the Almasties, Kangmai, China, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, American, Canada, and, of course, the Yeti.
Yeah. Well, talking of America and Canada, that film we just saw, I'm a little bit suspicious of that. What's your feelings?
Well, your opinion is just as good as mine, because we're both laymen on the subject. But the real anthropological opinion is it's very human-like gait.
Looked a bit like Billy Connolly to me. So you're sceptical of it, anyway?
Very much so. I mean, yes.
I was going to say, it reminds me of the Loch Ness Monster. It has the same sort of feel about it, and presumably the potential for tourism is just the same in the Himalayas. What are your feelings on that?
Oh, yes, of course. If you say Yeti in the Himalayas, they say this way sort of thing. But there's many, there are many surprises for anybody in the Himalayas.
Yeah.
And you can imagine explorers, we're supposed to be full of intrepidness and daring do's.
Right.
And getting up to the Khumbu Glacier at 17,000 feet in winter before even the mountaineers arrive, to find that your Sherpa and yourself have been entombed in tents for 5 days, to get out And you ask, have you been passing the time all right? And he says, yes, I've just been up to the shop for some cigarettes.
The shop?
And there's a woman running a tea shop, a Yeti tea shop.
Oh, that's
At 17,000 feet on the Kumbu Glacier. I mean, this, I told him, is going to ruin my reputation as an intrepid explorer.
It's priceless. The Yeti tea shop.
about cashing in early, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
I tell you what, Bill, when you come back, if you do manage to borrow this scalp, do you think you could bring it along and show us?
I shall do that, Janet,
Absolutely.
yes.
Well, good hunting then.
Thank you very much.
Have a safe trip, Bill. We look forward to seeing you when you come back.
Thank you.
Now, you know, I think Peter looks a bit like a Yeti from some angles. Pete, did you spot any Yetis in the French Alps?
Thank you very much. Yeah, no.
Get your hair cut.
I shall have to wait till Monday afternoon, youth, before I let you
right.
know about that. Now, whether you're chasing Yeti across the Himalayas or simply skiing down the mountainside, the chances are that much of your journey, your flight, will be by plane. And when you're travelling by plane, the quality of your flight depends on the steward and the stewardesses and how they look after you. A little while ago, Janet went down to Heathrow Airport to find out.
Heathrow is the busiest international airport in the world. Over 250,000 jet airliners land and take off every year. It's the home of British Airways, and they train all their own flight crews. But although it looks glamorous, the training is tough and lasts 6 weeks. These mock-ups of airliners are school classrooms where lessons about oxygen failure or drop-down are taught.
What's going to happen when an oxygen drop-down occurs?
Our class teacher was Terry Pierce.
This can occur in one of two ways. That is, if the cabin pressure increases to such a level that the dropouts come automatically, or if it is manually selected from the flight deck. So here goes then.
Mask drop-down is automatic and fail-safe, but cabin staff must be prepared for even that to go wrong.
Can you see that this centre passenger service unit, in fact, hasn't opened automatically? To overcome that, and to get it open very quickly, a pencil or a pen or a similar object inserted in the hole to release will do the same sort of thing. Right, if you'd like to grab a mask each, please, put it over your nose and mouth. And this is what the passengers have to protect them in a decompression. And, of course, initially this is what you'd use if you were away from your cabin crew positions. OK, take the masks off, please. Thank you. Does anyone have any questions about that?
Emergency procedures are an important part of the training, and getting out of the aircraft in a hurry is no exception. This emergency door handle also releases an exit ramp slide, which falls out ready for use.
The slide hasn't inflated, so we pull the handle.
For this exercise, I was in charge, and the safety of the passengers my responsibility. OK, everybody this way, quickly, in twos, jump! 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 Keep it going! Jump! Jump! I've learned from parachuting that a firm command gets results.
Can you see that we're getting some smoke from
The
here?
classrooms are equipped with smoke generators to simulate a fire in the underfloor galley where all the food is prepared in
So you're going to
ovens.
get the smoke hoods on straight away because it's obviously quite dense and it's getting worse. Having got the smoke hoods on, the BCF fire extinguishers, straight at the source.
Even though it's all pretend, we rehearsed the drill over and over again until we were perfect. And because the galley is below the passenger deck, the only way out is up.
Stir it down. Up you go. That's the girl. Stand up there. Footrest here.
My escape route was through the top of the kitchen lift, because in an emergency, the lifts wouldn't work. Well, I'm not going back the way I came anyway. Definitely not going back. This practice smoke doesn't choke you like real smoke, and Terry could breathe normally as he made his checks.
3. Very good. Thank you.
But if a fire got out of hand, our next lesson was how to use a fire extinguisher with Senior Fire Officer Len Botting.
Keeping it down low, using the wind direction, so we'll note that when we see the flames coming off the fire. So we're using that to our advantage and keeping us out of all the smoke and heat. Right, so I'll light this up now.
Len had prepared a 6-metre trough of paraffin to give us a good blaze. In seconds, the heat was intense and the air filled with thick, choking smoke.
So we've lit the fire. It's getting fairly hot. We're nearly ready. All ready. Down position. Wind's nice now. OK, let's go. Keep it down low. Keep it down low. Down, down, down. Keep it down. OK. Super. Right. Come along.
The stink of extinguisher fumes and paraffin smoke was unbelievable, and when someone mentioned cooking, I looked forward to pleasanter smells. You can't make scrambled eggs. In a replica of a passenger deck galley, I tried my hand at making scrambled eggs with cabin crew instructor Maggie Shepherd.
Good mix. And into the foil. And the milk. Oh, forgotten the milk.
Oh, can the milk not go in now?
Yes, you can. You've got to get your milk and the salt and pepper in as well.
Add it after. Half a cup.
Always remember to switch off the oven before you open the door. And be very careful because it is a bit sloppy.
But the sloppiness of the eggs is just one of the problems because there's no room in the galley for an electric ring and I had to use the oven instead.
That's lovely. And on with the oven. That's fine.
My classmates, Nikki and Erica, knew that cooking scrambled eggs in an oven is an art. Too long inside and they'd go rock hard and burn.
Oh, gorgeous. Now we need a good fluff up with a fork. That's beautiful. Absolutely perfect. Nice and fluffy.
But the proof of the scrambled eggs is in the eating, and that would come only after I'd managed to serve them properly.
For breakfast.
All right, sir, we've got bacon, toast, mushrooms, tomatoes, kippers or scrambled eggs, sir.
Can I have just scrambled egg on toast?
Certainly. Classmate Roy Sale was a first-class passenger.
Chopstick, didn't it? Use two hands if you like.
Oh, you can?
Yes.
You don't have to do it. Oh. But I thought the service I gave him was far from first class. Scrambled egg.
Remembering that the crest of the plate is at the top when you present it to the passenger. So as possible.
That's lovely, thank you.
There we are, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
How did I do?
Very good. How do you feel? Well, the passenger,
Lovely.
Roy.
Lovely. Very
Lovely.
well presented, yes.
You got one happy passenger, Janet.
Good. Roy was a good passenger to practice on because I soon discovered he could change his mood in a flash and make things really difficult. So we have sapper torta, ice cream, a selection of cheeses.
Young lady, I don't want anything else. I've already said that. All I would like is a cup of coffee, and I would like it now.
I'm sorry to have kept you waiting, sir. There'll be somebody along with your coffee in a moment.
How long is a moment?
They were preparing it when I left the galley, so it shouldn't be long.
He's being very difficult, and what is the best thing is to actually apologise for the fact that you forgot his coffee. In a moment, he's obviously getting cross about, so we'll get it immediately.
Quite nice, really.
My next meeting with passengers would be for real. I just hoped I wouldn't meet anyone as rude as Roy had been.
Well, there's a lot goes into it, doesn't there?
Good fun, but hard work.
Yes. I don't think I'd make a very good steward, you know. I'd probably pour it over his head if he said that to me. Do you feel you're ready for the airwaves now? You think
Oh,
you could,
yes, definitely.
Good. Well, now for a reminder of our competition to design a fantasy garden at Britain's first International Garden Festival. Here's the site that the Blue Peter Garden has been reserved to put the space for all your designs. It's just grass at the moment, but you can transform it into anything you think will delight and amaze an estimated 3 million visitors.
Now, it doesn't have to be a flower garden. It could be a new planet, or what about a computer park, or a Stone Age garden, or even a garden for robots or dinosaurs. In fact, anything you like. Now, here's a plan of the site with all the measurements, and it appears in this week's back page in the Radio Times. You can see it measures 32 metres by 15, which is roughly 3 times the size of our Blue Peter garden here at Television Centre. We want you to copy this plan onto a piece of paper and mark all your ideas on it.
Yes, and you don't have to be brilliant at drawing. It's your ideas that you want. So when you've got yourself together, get a piece of paper this size and put your plan onto it. And on the other side, put your name, your address and your age and send it to Blue Peter, Festival Garden, BBC TV Centre, London West 12, 8QT. I'll say that again. Blue Peter, Festival Garden, BBC TV Centre, London West 12, 8QT.
And it is important that you put your age, otherwise we won't be able to judge your entries and you wouldn't be able to win one of these tremendous prizes. Now, there are 3,000 runner-up awards, and they are competition badges and special Blue Peter Festival key rings. And all Blue Peter badge winners will be allowed free entry to the festival. The first, second and third prizes are really outstanding cameras, complete with film, and with one of them you could turn yourself into a top-class photographer. And for photos, the prize winners will get a beautiful Blue Peter photo album.
Now, the person who wins the top prize of all, and that's the one that we choose to make into the plan for the Blue Peter Garden, will receive a VIP invitation to the royal opening by the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh. And on top of that, they'll win an all-expenses-paid holiday for themselves and an adult to Singapore.
And it should be the holiday of a lifetime. There's nowhere else quite like Southeast Asia, as we discovered on our expedition to Malaysia. And one of Singapore's most exotic sights is their world-famous botanic gardens. I can't think of any country that will give you a warmer welcome, and if you can think of a brilliant idea, you could be standing on this very spot next summer.
Now, if you live in the London area and you can't get hold of a copy of this week's Radio Times with all the details in it, if you send us a stamped addressed envelope marked back page in the corner, then we'll send you the details. But the address is slightly different than our competition address. It's Blue Peter, BBC Television Centre, London W12 7RJ, and that's the bit that's different. London W12 7RJ.
And do remember to use a first-class stamp, otherwise it may not arrive here on time because the competition closes on January the 25th. Now then, have a guess who's 2 years old today.
It's Benji, the orphan chimpanzee who was first on Blue Peter when he was 4 months old. He was successfully hand-reared by a keeper at London Zoo, but 3 months ago he went to Twycross Zoo under the careful eye of Molly Badham. Hello, Molly.
Hello, Peter.
And hello, Benji. Chewing his sweet there. How's he settled down?
Oh, very well indeed. He's got 2 companions. I think you remember them, William and Jambo.
Ah, William and Jambo,
they're
yeah.
really beginning to get on very well indeed. It was a bit difficult at first because he's bigger than they are, and he would drag them round by their hair.
Would he?
Things are improving all the time now.
Now, Jambo, he was the chocolate chimp,
He was the
wasn't
rare
he?
chocolate chimp, yes.
What is it? Something wrong with my lip? I see. You want to shake hands, do you? Oh, you want to... Oh, is he going to bite me?
Oh, no, Peter, of course.
Give me a kiss.
He's going to give you a kiss.
So do they all actually live together?
Oh, yes, they do. And at the end of the summer, they've got a very large outdoor play run, and they really had a great time because London Zoo were extremely good to let Benji come to us because they really didn't want to part with him.
Yeah.
But it isn't right for a young chimp to grow up without companions.
No. So they've got lots of space in there.
That's right, yeah. But the main thing is companions of his own size.
And does he always wear this sort of little blue thing?
Oh, no, my goodness, no. Not when he's at home.
I think he likes me. He keeps kissing me.
He does like you, yes. No, they just live, they only have their hair on, certainly not pants. But when we bring them out, like young children, it's safer to have them done up.
What sort of age do chimpanzees live to?
Oh, my goodness. We've got some that we had in the 50s, and they're getting on for 30 now. And they're, we've got a whole ward of geriatric chimps in our
Now then, Molly, I'm walking very carefully because as well as a superb cake here, we've got 2 candles lit and they're still lit. Come and have a look at that then, Benji.
Come and stand
What
down
sort of
here.
food does he like, Molly?
Janet, he likes bananas.
Come up here.
I don't think you'd better get too near the candles.
Oh, all right. I was going to help. Do you want to help blow it out, Benji?
Blow the candles out first.
2,
I'm hoping
3.
he's going to...
No blows.
Now, hold on to him in case he burns his finger. As he likes bananas, we'll see if we can give him a bit of... It's a beautiful cake.
It's a lovely one, isn't it?
There we are. We've got a nice bit of banana on there.
See your name on there, Benji. Look, it's got your name. Go and grab the banana.
Well, he's watching very intently.
There you are, Benji.
There you are.
Now then.
There you are.
What's the verdict?
There you go.
He's gone for the banana first. Whoops!
That is the way to eat birthday cake.
Typical chimpanzee's tea party.
A bit like you at the table, Pete.
Yes, it is, yes. Have another bit. What about...
It's a lovely cake.
Let me hold that there. What about these? Look, they're bananas. Marzipan.
That's what he's after.
How about that?
Thing. Look, Benji's had a birthday card here from London Zoo. Happy birthday, Benji, it says, from all your friends at London Zoo. And there's a picture of Cha-Cha the panda, and Kate and Jada, the orangutans, and a splendid one of Kumba on the back.
He looks tremendous, you know, Mal. He's certainly grown since I last saw him. He looks really fit.
Yes, he's grown very rapidly, actually.
He's certainly quietened down a bit with that cake.
Yes, it's the marzipan.
Yeah.
It's making his way through.
I think the bananas were a big hit.
I'm glad they're on Peter's trousers.
Well, let's hope he continues to thrive. Thanks for bringing him, Molly. We were back on Thursday, and our precious urn, which was vandalised, I'm happy to say, will be here in the studio, fully restored.
And you can see me tumbling down the mountainside trying to do the giant slalom.
So see you on Monday.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.